chapter 3, fiber to fabric. Okay, in the previous class we have discussed about animal fibers, animals that yield wool, and different types of animals that give wool for us, right? In today's class we are going to discuss about from fiber to wool, the processing of wool. Okay, from fiber to wool. For obtaining wool, sheep are reared. Their hair is cut and processed into wool. Let us know about this process. Yes. Do you know how the fleece of the sheep or the hair of the sheep obtaining from the sheep? These hairs are cut from the sheep for obtaining wool, right? For the obtaining of wool, the sheep are grown in the fields. Let us discuss about the process of obtaining wool from sheep. Okay, rearing and breeding of sheep. If you travel to the hills of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim, or the plains of Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan and Gujarat, you can see shepherds taking their heads of sheep for grazing. Yes, we can see the sheep mostly in the places like Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan and Gujarat. Sheep are herbivores and prefer grass and leaves. Apart from grazing sheep, rearers also feed them on a mixture of pulses, corn, jowar, oil cakes, material left after taking out oil from seeds, and minerals. In winter, sheep are kept indoors and fed on leaves, grain, and dry fodder. We can see the sheep mostly in these places. And what do the sheep mostly eat? The sheep are herbivorous animals, right? So they only eat the plant products and grasses, etc. For grazing, these sheep are taken to the fields where the grasses are present. You have seen the grazing of sheep or other animals like cow, buffaloes and goat, right? Mostly sheep are like to eat grass and leaves. In whom the shepherds or sheep rearers give them the mixture of pulses, corn, jowar, oil cake, etc. If you have rearing any animals like cow or goat in your home, you will know which foods are given to the animals like this. In winter season, it is not possible to take the animal for grazing, right? So the rearers give them the leaves, dry fodder and grain, pulses, etc. in home. And sheep are reared in many parts of our country for wool. Table 3.1 gives the names of some breeds of sheep reared in our country for producing wool. The quality and texture of the fiber obtained from them is also indicated in the table. As in our country, we are having different names of breed for sheep which are reared different part of our country. These sheep are give the wool in different quality also. Let us give a look on this table. These are the names of breed. First, Logi. The Logi will give good quality wool. The Logi sheep are mostly found in Rajasthan and Punjab. And Rampur Bushire. These types of breed are these will give brown fleece or brown hair. And we can find these Rampur Bushire in Uttar Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh. And Nali will give carpet wool. The wools which are used in carpet is given by the Nali sheep. These Nali sheep is present in Rajasthan, Haryana and Punjab. And Bakharwala is present in Jammu and Kashmir. It will give the wool for making woolen shawls. And Marwari, this sheep will give horse wool. Horse wool means thick wools. And it will we can found the Marwari in Gujarat. And Pattanwadi, it will give the wool for making hoistry. Hoistry means leg wear. Leg wear. For making leg wears, we can use the wool from Pattanwadi. Okay. And we can found the Pattanwadi in Gujarat. These are the names of breeds which are given. These types of quality of wool, and we can found these sheep in these places. Okay. Certain breeds of sheep have thick coat of hair on their body which yields good quality wool in large quantities. As mentioned earlier, these sheep are selectively bred, with one parent being a sheep of good breed. Once the reared sheep have developed a thick growth of hair is shaved off for getting wool. In the previous class, we have discussed about the selective breeding, which means the sheep which are having the thick hair is termed as selective breeding. These types of sheep will give good quality of wool. We can remove the hair from the sheep by shaving the hair, just like men's shaving their beards, right? And processing fibers into wool. The wool which is used for knitting sweaters or for weaving shawls is the finished product of a long process which involves the following steps. The making of wool involves the following methods or steps. In the step 1, the fleece of sheep along with the thin layer of skin is removed from its body. This process is called shearing. Machines similar to those used by barbers are used to shave off hair. Usually hair are removed during the hot weather. This enables sheep to survive without their protective coat of hair. The hair provide woolen fibers. Woolen fibers are then processed to obtain woolen yarn. Shearing does not hurt the sheep just as it does not hurt when you get a haircut or your father shaves the beard. Do you know why? The uppermost layer of the skin is dead. Also, the hair of sheep grow against just as your hair does. As in the step 1, the fleece or hair of the sheep are removed from the sheep. And this process of removing hair is called as shearing. Removing the fleece or hair from the sheep is known as shearing. If the weather is so hot, what can we do? We cut our hair, right? Likewise, the hair of sheep are removed using the method like us in the in the summer season. The hair of sheep are removed in the shearing method. And how do we remove our hair? By shaving or cutting the hair, right? Likewise, the hair of sheep also removed. When we cut the hair in the hot weather, it enables when we cut the hair of the sheep in hot weather, it enables the sheep to survive without hair because the heat in their body will go out because their hair holds the heat inside. Okay, if we cut the hair, the heat will go out and the sheep feel some freeness. Now you can think that does it hurt the sheep when we cut or shave its hair? No, it doesn't hurt the sheep because the outer layer of skin is dead. So we can remove the hair very easily just like us. So it can't affect the sheep or hurt the sheep. Okay. And step 2. The sheared skin with hair is thoroughly washed in tanks to remove grease, dust and dirt. This is called scouring. Nowadays, scouring is done by machines. Yes, the hair of sheep has so many dirt and dust inside, right? For making wools, we have to remove that. To remove the dust from the hair, we use the process of squaring. This is the step 2 of the process of obtaining wool. In this process, the hair which is obtained from the shearing process is washed in tanks. By washing, we can remove the dust and dirt present in the hair of the sheep. And look at this picture. This is the process of squaring, washing the sheared hair. This is also the process of squaring by machines. Nowadays, we can use the squaring method by machines. Step 3. After squaring, shorting is done. The hair skin is sent to a factory where hair of different textures are separated or shorted. Yes, these hairs are not in the same quality, right? Some can be very soft and some can be very thick. To separate this and arrange the hair in different groups, the shorting method is used. In this method, the hair with different textures can be arranged in separate groups. Okay. And step 4, the small fluffy fibers called burrs are picked out from the hair. These are the same burrs which sometimes appear on your sweaters. The fibers are squared again and tried. This is the wool ready to be drawn into fiber. And the small soft fibers present in the hair is first removed. These soft fibers are used in the sweaters, which is termed as the burrs. The burrs. Yes, these are first removed from the hair and these are used in the making of sweaters. After separating this fiber, once again the hair is washed by the scouring method. Okay. In our clothes, we can see different colors of fibers, right? How can we get these colors? Let's see the step 5. The fibers can be dyed in various colors as the natural fleece of sheep and goats in black, brown and white. Yes, we can get these colors by dyeing the fleece or hair of the sheep. Mainly black, brown or white dyes are used for the coloring of these hairs. And step 6. The fibers are straightened, combing and rolled into yarn. The long fibers are made into wool for sweaters and the shorter fibers are spun and woven into woolen cloths. And in the step 6, the fibers are straightened and combed like us. We combed our hair, right? Like that, the fibers are combed and they rolled the fibers like this picture. And we can use this yarn for making fabrics. Not all the yarns are same in size, right? The longer fibers are used for sweaters and the short fibers are used in the making of woolen cloths. Okay, these are the process of making wool from the fibers. First, shearing. Shearing means removing the hair from sheep. And step 2, squaring. Squaring means washing the hair in a tank, etc. And then step 3 is shorting. Shorting means arranging the hairs in different groups. In the step 4, the squaring method is again done. And in step 5, the dyeing method, to coloring the hair, the dyeing method is done. And step 6, the wools are combed and straightened and rolled like this. These are the process of making wool. I hope you all are understand this. Thank you, children.